All right, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? Back with another tier list video. Y'all saw the first one I did, ranking all the NBA teams going into the season. Today we're gonna do the starting point guards of every team going into the season. Y'all already know how these tier lists be getting very controversial because it's very opinionated. Everybody got their own opinion and they think they're right. So go ahead and state mine. Oh, I was watching his tier list. Mine's a little different. I kind of agree with what he said, but mine's a little different. I'm not going to have an unproven list like he does. I was just kind of looking for an outline on how he did it. So shout outs to SROS. So yeah, let's get started. Curry, we already know about Curry. He was top 10 on the ESPN list as well. So we already know he's still elite. Granted, he missed last season. Lonzo Ball, if he continues to play he did the second half of last season, he should be above average. If he continues to play he did last year, second half of last season, I will leave him above average for now. He could jump down because there's going to be a lot of people on the above average list. Pat Bev, I like what I'm pretty sure it was Westbrook. I keep saying this in all my basketball videos. I'm pretty sure it was Westbrook that said, like, he's just tricking everybody. He just does a lot of nothing. And sometimes when I watch, he'd be doing a lot of nothing. But you know, he has some good key plays in there on defense. It's a decent shooter. I'm gonna put him in average for now. If you left it up to, like, I'll fuck around and put him down here. But I'm going to leave him average for now. Darius Garland hasn't played long yet. But it's Cleveland. Who's actually good in Cleveland right now? Nah, but he's only played 1 year. He looked pretty decent. But in comparison to everybody here, I will leave him below average for now. See, I'm still thinking. I'm gonna leave him below average for now. Only because, like, it's in comparison to every other point guard that's here. I know he looked pretty solid last year. You know, little 12 points. What was it, 4 or 5 assists a game? But, you know, you gotta value winning as well. And, you know, it's also in comparison to every other point guard that's here. Then there's Kobe White. He hasn't played long either in comparison to everybody else. It's not fair to give him like a fair rating. Like I said, I don't have an unproven tier list. If so, I would put him and White down there. Thinking I might put him here. Right? I think that's fair for now. DeJounte Murray. He's a few seasons in already. I know he didn't play all of last season. I might put him below average for now. He has obviously a lot of room for growth. And I think on the Spurs alongside I have his face in my mind right now. I just can't think of the name. It's probably why ESPN ranked him so low. I can't think of his name. The best player in the Spurs right now. I gotta look it up. DeMar DeRozan. I think you get better alongside him. But for now, I'll leave him below average for now. He's probably not even starting on the Knicks, Frank Ntilikina. So we're going to put him below average. He hasn't been that player everybody thought he was going to be. Probably a huge disappointment right now. Luka, who's an MVP candidate. Top 5 easily in the NBA right now. Or he will be by the end of the season. So no question, elite. Kyrie, for how it's been going, like he didn't play. I feel like he didn't play at all last year. On the Nets, and then his last year with the Celtics was a little disappointing. So I will put him in All-Star for now, but we know he's top 5 point guard caliber. Dragic is definitely above average. Probably been one of the more underappreciated players in the league for what he's been doing in Miami for so long. Now that they're good, he's getting the recognition he deserves. Wall, only because he hasn't played in 2 years. I want to put him at average, but we already know of his skill set, so I will put him above average, even though he has the skill set to be an all-star. But, it just depends how he does in Houston, if Harden plays, and with Boogie Cousins. And then you got Eric Gordon, and PJ Tucker. So the pieces are there. He could be pretty good. He got spot-up shooters. He got Boogie. And if Harden plays, the way Harden plays, the Rockets can still be a threat. Jamal Murray, I had him at average before the bubble, and I feel like he took that. Not that being average is bad, right? But if you're going to compare him to everybody else, I felt like he would have been pretty average in comparison to everybody else. Not that he's an average player, because he can still play. So I want people to understand if I put him in average, it's just in comparison to everybody else. Not everybody can be an above average point guard. Not everybody can be elite. Not everybody can be an all-star. But the way he played in the bubble, making it to the conference finals, beating the Clippers, I think they were down 3-1 to the Jazz as well, came back and beat them. He definitely looked really impressive, so you gotta put him above average. I'm trying to put them in order on the tier lists as well. Malcolm Brogdon. Trying to think. Because he looked pretty good. He had some good games. Oladipo should be healthy this year. TJ Warren, Sabonis. Trying to think, because there's going to be a lot of above average point guards. He averaged about 15, 16 with 7 assists. I'm going to leave him at average for now. Obviously, this can all change by the time I'm done. I just want to see where everybody's going to be. And then we'll move them around accordingly afterwards. Westbrook is an all-star. That should be easy. Shouldn't even be debating that. Ben Simmons, if he develops a jump shot, could be elite. That's pretty much all he's missing. Because we already know he can play defense, especially a guy his size and speed. His playmaking ability is really good. He could definitely finish at the rim. So that's easy. Trae Young, he was also an all-star last year. We already know shooting, playmaking ability. I think he's only just a liability on defense. Other than that, he's really good. Then he's not even the starting point guard on the team. That's weird. That is definitely weird. Devontae Graham. It's definitely weird. Was this done before the draft? Yeah, they also got Kemba in his... Oh, no. Yeah, Kemba in his Celtics jersey. I feel like, was there somebody with the... Yeah, this is not a Phoenix Suns jersey. Right? Is that the OKC jersey? Yeah, it's not a Bucks jersey. It's the Pelicans jersey. So this might have been done before the draft. I'm going to put him below average. Only because he's not the starting point guard. Shai Gilgeous. He was good in the bubble. But I want to see more before I just throw him in above average. So I'm going to put him at average for now. Even though Kemba was an all-star, I feel like he definitely took a step back in the bubble. I feel like at times he just disappeared. And I've said it in my previous videos, I feel like he just disappeared. Like, there were games where I didn't even realize he was playing. I'd have to ask him, is Kemba even playing? So I know he was an all-star, but for me, he takes a step back. And he's just above average for now. Even though I know his stats say otherwise, I know what he still put up, like 20 points last year. I think he still put up 20 points last year. Like 20 points per game. But I'm going to have to put him in above average for now, because I just feel like he underperformed in the postseason. That's just me. We know Lillard, elite. He was in the top 10 ESPN list. I'm just going to skip these two for now. Just LeBron, we already know he's elite. Like, there's just no point even debating that. Ruggiero has been extremely solid for the majority, at least for the second half of his career. Right, his stint with Utah. And I see he still have his Phoenix jersey. He was pretty decent in Phoenix. Now he's on the T-Wolves with D'Lo and Cat. I think he's going to be pretty solid on that team. I want to put him in average for now because there's going to be a lot of these guys in above average and all-star. So I'm going to put him in average for now. Lowry for what he's been able to do for that team, for that franchise, the Raptors. And he was an all-star last year. And I did not mean to put him there. Extremely solid. Like, there's no, like, superstars on the Raptors. So you see all these other point guards, they're superstars for their team. So for him, like, I don't consider him a superstar. But for what he's been able to do on that team, like, he's definitely all-star caliber player. Drew Holiday. I looked it up earlier. He hasn't been an all-star in, 6 years? Something like that, 6 years. So he's definitely above average. Definitely extremely good. He can do it all. Play defense. He can score if you need him to. Playmaking ability. No, I think he's extremely solid. Like, if I, like, that, I would have, I'd take him on Dallas. I'd take him on Dallas easily. Alongside Luka. Very good backcourt. Markelle Fultz. Sorry, bro. Until you continue to develop, you're going to be down here. He's hitting some jumpers, though. I did not mean to show that. He's hitting jumpers. I have a Discord server, yes. He's developing his jump shot. It still looks extremely weird. But if it goes in, who cares? Right? Everybody's going about Ball's jumper on the Hornets and how ugly that looks. But, if it goes in, right, who cares? It can look as ugly as it wants. Sean Marion had one of the ugliest jumpers. Joakim Noah's jumper is ugly. Right? If it goes in, who cares? Derrick Rose still producing at his age. After all the injuries, he's still producing. He's definitely above average. J.A. Morant. He has all-star potential. But till he gets there, he's going to have to stay above average for me. Chris Paul, he was an all-star. Continues to be an all-star. He's no longer elite, right? He hasn't been elite since he left the Clippers. Unless you consider his stint with the Rockets to be elite. But I don't think he was elite because, James Harden had the ball 80% of the time. Now he's, then he led OKC to the playoffs as an all-star. So he goes there. And I think he'll still be up there as an, potential to be an all-star again this year. If he can lead the Suns to anywhere from, 7th to the 10th seed, play-in tournament, which I think that's where they will be. If he does that, he'll still be considered, all-star potential. Fox, same tier as Morant, above average, potential to be an all-star. Because these two can ball out. It definitely showed last year. Conley did not have a good start with the Jazz. Obviously, he got hurt. Then he needed time to settle in. But for me, he's going to have to fall under average. I don't know what I would change here. Would you put Kyrie here for one of these guys to go up here? We know Kemba was an all-star last year. There's ways you can go about this. Like I said before, you can put him here. Some people would say that, you know, they might put Conley up there, or Rubio, or even Brogdon, right? Some people might have it like this, but that's too many considered to be elite in my opinion. So I think this is a pretty solid list. This is just off potential from what he showed the second half of last season. Some people might put him down here because, you know, maybe he's not better than Brogdon, maybe he's not better than Conley, maybe he's not better than Rubio, right? But just in comparison, but just what he showed the second half of last season, he showed he can be really good. So, like, if there's any changes to be made, it would be something like this. Put Kyrie there at 5th. Or the triple-double god himself, Westbrook. Maybe even Ben Simmons. Right? Like, his presence was missed in the playoffs against the, how did they play last year? Celtics. Yeah, because Embiid was beating up on Daniel Tice the whole time. And his presence was definitely missed because it was just Embiid and a bunch of guys that couldn't score. So, yeah, I mean, I think the list is fine the way it is. Like, maybe if you want to change Lonzo, put him down at average. Maybe you want to change some of these guys that are at below average just off of, you know, they haven't played enough. Maybe if they had more time, they can be better. But if we continue to just move guys up, then it'd be too many guys at above average at this point. So, a lot of my list is mostly off of in comparison to the next tier up. Right? Wall can definitely be an all-star. He just hasn't played. Murray can be an all-star, but he actually hasn't made an all-star yet, I don't think. Neither has these two. He hasn't been an all-star in forever. He just took a step back, in my opinion. So, I mean, if you want to put him there because he was an all-star last year, that's fine. I don't have an argument against that. It's just going off of what he did in the bubble. If that's the case, you can put him up here too because he was playing at an all-star level. So, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Where you would have, like, who you would have where if you were to make any changes. If you would have an unproven section for guys like for these three here, maybe even Markelle Fultz. Some people would have Curry over Luka, but right now, remember, Dallas. So I'm a Luka guy. So I'm putting Luka up here. I know on ESPN they got Lillard in front of Curry, but let's be real. This is how it should be. Even though at the end of the season, the Blazers should have a better record, they are 100% healthy. The roster up and down looks better than Golden State. So if you value winning, then yeah, I can see the argument for Lillard being above Curry. Yeah, I think this is the list here. Not a bad list. If you'd ask me though, I'd put Pat Bev down here. Maybe you put Brogdon up here. I don't know. But this is my list here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Just let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna have the shooting guards done by Sunday while I'm watching football. Or Monday afternoon. Somewhere around there. Somewhere around the weekend I'll have the shooting guards done. Alright. Peace, guys.